Yes.
Yes, we're good.
Okay. I'm trying to view the room, but I can't quite pull it up, but.
Nothing, I thought.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. All right, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Heather Beard, Manager of Procurement Contract Administration, and I'm sitting in for Jenny McCullum today. And I'm sitting as the Chair of the Awards Committee. I'd like to call the May 21st, 2021 Awards Committee meeting to order. We have a quorum. The committee members are Stephen Datz, Todd Skinner, Russell Caffey, Sean Connor, and Laura Dutton. Is there anyone missed on the committee? Okay, looks like we're all here. Okay, OGC is represented by Reese Wilson. Hey, Reese, I see you. And budget is represented by Lori Whitmer. At this time, I'd like to recognize any public comment on the WebEx. I don't see any. Haley or Lynn, are there any on the phone or any on the room?
Not at this time.
Okay, great. Seeing none, we'll get started. On today's regular agenda, we have items 1 through 4. Award number 1 is the minutes from the last meeting. Also, we'll be doing voting by roll call. I'll review each award individually, asking for a motion and a second from the awards committee. Then roll call through the awards committee member asking for their vote. Each voting member of the awards committee will clearly announce their vote for the record so that all participants and members of the public can hear their vote. Okay, the items have been reviewed by procurement and budget and are ready for award committee review. Okay, award number 1 are the minutes from last week. And this is a short agenda today. We just have, like I said, 1 through 4. Okay, so we'll do a vote on agenda number 1. Okay, Stephen Datz. Oh, sorry.
Second.
Oh, sorry. The first and a second. Okay, got the first and second. All right, roll call. Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Todd Skinner.
Approved.
Russell Caffey.
Approved.
Sean Connor.
Approved.
And Laura Dutton.
Approved.
Thank you. Okay, award number 2. This is a contract increase to TB Landmark Construction, Inc. in the amount of $3,894,145.71. This is an increase to the project to extend Show water system to the new JEA offices in Ed Ball Building. Originally, this was bid out for the construction of the extension of the water line. TB Landmark was the only bidder, and so we originally awarded just $100,000 for explorative work in hopes to get the overall contract price reduced. And they came back with their bid is now, we're adding 3.8 million, and that was because of the exploratory work. We were able to reduce the original contract amount by 1.5 million. They were able to review the congested corridors, and we were able to negotiate work hours downtown. And so this will be the rest of the amount to complete the project. Any questions or concerns?
Heather, this is Stephen. I had a question. It appears that the savings were driven by reducing the contingency item and less restrictions in regard to the hours imposed by the construction permit. So there's a comment, it's mentioning a reduction in estimated quantities as part of that savings on page 9. Can the business speak to whether or not the reduced estimated quantities factored into this reduction? I'm thinking it didn't.
Sure. Sean or Joe Perez, do you guys want to speak to that?
Yeah, this is Sean. So what we did here, just to give a little more detail on the background, is once we originally bid this project out to TB Landmark was our sole bidder, and there was a lot of things in the bid that were contingent, had a lot of contingencies in there based on unknowns in the work area. So That's why we decided to give them, some seed money to go in and do some exploratory work. Based on that exploratory work, they were able to discover items in the connection points and certain key locations that they were able to then reduce their price by pulling some of that unknown contingency out of the cost. So it was that, along with working with the city of Jacksonville to reduce some of the restrictions they had originally put on this project. There was a lot of night work only restrictions, and working with them, we've been able to navigate around that too. So those two items greatly reduced the price, and those are both included in that $1.5 million decrease.
Okay, that's the way I read it as well, so I'm thinking we could probably remove the reduced estimated quantities.
So there were some quantities that did reduce, and maybe, I don't know if Beth's on the line, she can speak to that.
I'm here, Sean. During the exploratory work, JEA staff was working with the city as far as trying to validate pipe sizes. So their needs and their load requirements for the chilled water for the Ed Ball building was actually less than what we initially anticipated when we initially did the job. So we were able to reduce quantities of the larger piping, and of course actually do a better hydraulic analysis and size of piping. So some of the bid quantities did reduce because instead of installing a lot of 16-inch piping, we were able to reduce that greatly by better fine-tuning the load requirements for the city building. We already had the load requirements for the JEA building, so we were able to fine-tune that a little bit better and allowed us to decrease the larger diameter pipe that was originally bid.
Okay, so the linear feet for the ductile iron was about the same. It was basically the size of the piping.
Correct. We were able correct. The 16-inch pipe, a lot of that became, we still are installing some, but a lot of that became 12-inch piping, and then we've added some 10-inch piping. So we were able to reduce the size of the pipes that we needed. So there were bid quantity reductions because of that pipe size change.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate the clarification.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks everyone. Any other questions? That was good dialogue. If no other questions, I'll ask for a move in a second.
Laura Dunn, so moved.
Thank you. Second? All right, thank you. Okay, we'll do a roll call for award number 2. Stephen Datz?
Approved.
Todd Skinner?
Approved.
Russell Caffey?
Approved.
Sean Connor?
Approved.
Laura Dutton?
Approved.
Thank you. Okay, award number 3. This is also a contract renewal. This is a renewal of our contract for our utility tracker portal. The contract is currently with Aclara Technologies LLC. The renewal will be for 1 year, and the amount is $260,984.34. The contract was originally awarded as a single source. Well, actually, just history. It was originally this software portal was originally bid out in 2012, and Aclara was awarded the contract. And then through a series of extensions, we then got up to 2021, and then JEA last year awarded a single source to Aclara for the software. And this is it was 1 year with 2 1-year renewals. So this will be the first year renewal. And then also for this renewal, we negotiated a 2% discount on the increase. They typically charge a 4% annual increase, but we were able to get it down to 2%. We're also going to have a 60-day termination notice that we can terminate early if needed. Brian, do you want to add anything? Brian Pippin?
No, Heather, I just wanted to add that When we renewed with Aclara for the tracker tool, it was because we were in the midst of doing our demand rate pilot, and we weren't sure at the time if we would continue the Aclara tool or the tracker tool as a digital customer engagement solution. As we wrapped up the demand rate pilot, that was as we were transitioning to a new leadership team. So we wanted to buy some time and continue with the Aclara tool, so we would not be removing the service to the customers while we figure out a broader digital customer engagement strategy.
Okay, great. Thanks for that feedback. Any questions from the committee?
Yeah, the original award to Aclara was issued on March 1st of 2012, and since then the new maximum indebtedness total, which was shown on page 55 as part of the addendum, is shown. I'm just curious why the new not to exceed amount isn't included in the sole source or renewal award.
Oh, you're looking at the amendment total?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way this is awarded, it was awarded as a new contract in 2020. But the way we actually did the contract, since that was negotiated terms, we just added on to the original contract. We didn't sign a new contract, so we just amended it. But the award stands as a standalone contract. But essentially, we were just renewing that service anyway. So contractually, we just did it as an amendment. But the amounts should add up for whatever we spent in 2012. I believe that's how it's set up.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. If no other questions, I'll ask for a move in a second.
Sean Connor, so moved.
Stephen, that second.
Thank you. Okay, I'll call roll. Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Todd Skinner.
Approved.
Russell Caffey.
Approved.
Sean Connor.
Approved.
Laura Dutton.
Approved.
Thank you. Okay, award number 4. This is a single source award to Valmont Newmark Hazelton Operation for spun concrete transmission poles for circuit 853. The amount of the purchase is $345,000. $345,555.00. This is a one-time purchase. We are making the purchase as a single source because previously we had 2 vendors that supplied concrete poles. Accord Industries was the other company. They no longer make these type of poles, and then subsequently JEA standardized on Valmont's concrete spun poles as a single source per the procurement code, and therefore we're making this purchase through Valmont, excuse me. Any questions or concerns? Okay, great. Can I get a move in a second?
So moved. Todd Skinner.
Thank you.
Sean Connor, second.
Okay, take a roll. Stephen Datz.
Approved.
Todd Skinner.
Approved.
Russell Caffey.
Approved.
Sean Connor.
Approved.
Laura Dutton.
Approved.
Thank you. Okay. Items have been, okay, let's see. We've reviewed items 1 through 4, and they all have been approved. The entire agenda is now approved for the May 21st, 2021 Awards Committee. Is there any other business to come before the Awards Committee? Seeing none, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
Happy Friday.